Hey Maureen, it's me, Roy. Sorry it took a while for me to actually get this video to you. Forgive me for that. But yeah, right here now I'm taking a look at everything that you filled out for the Lean and Fit Wellness application. I know you showed some interest in it, so I thank you for filling that out right now. Looking at it, so you're saying that your health goal is to tone up. Sorry, your health goal is to lose weight and feel more energized. That's a good place to start, especially as time wears on as adults, life can beat the shit out of us sometimes. So I definitely feel you there, and that's something I struggled with as well in terms of working at the animation industry, working 12-hour days, and commuting to Santa Monica wasn't always fun at 5 in the morning. So energy was definitely a huge thing for me when I before I got on my program. Your target goal, he says, to drop about 25 pounds. That's definitely like no problem. Like especially with this, I have a client that recently lost 11 pounds in 3 weeks. Be mind it that he was an athlete as well, so that exercise definitely helps out. But one of the things I want to emphasize here is that 20% exercise, 80% nutrition. So the minute he for 2 years he was doing whatever it took to try to get bigger for as a hockey player and a volleyball player, and 2 years of nothing. So switched up, he lost the weight and started getting bigger. And you can still get the results you want without having to exercise. I have a client that during November and January she lost 27 pounds without exercise. All she did was, and she's 65 years old, and all she did was walk around the mall with her granddaughter. Okay, so what have you tried diet-wise? So if you see like my house, it's a little bit of a mess. My goal wall right here. So, um, my headphone, my headphone's falling. Okay, what have you tried diet-wise? So you've cut out soda, fast food, and fries. So that's a good place to start. Cutting out the what's not working for your body. I think that's a good place to start. But I feel like, from what I've seen from a lot of my clients, is that they end up like that's where they stop. Uh, it's like it's one thing to cut back on that. Like how it works is that it cuts back on unhealthy fats, unhealthy everything. But what's bad about that is too is that you're also cutting back on the nutrients that still may exist in there, which explains why some people get some results, but they're skinny, not lean, and they have some that like they got jiggles going on, that which we call skinny fat. So that's a good place to start. Cutting out the soda, fast food, and the fast foods in general is. Oh, and fried foods as well. That's a good place to start. Uh, Being that that doesn't fuel your body. Now the next step really is what you're putting in. So you stop putting out like the terrible stuff. Now we got to focus on what you're putting in, like putting in more veggies, the right types of meats, the right types of fruits, and the right types of fuel. What have you tried? Exercise. Sorry if I'm talking a bit fast. I'm trying to make sure this uh, that I get straight to the point and don't take up too much of your time. So what have you tried exercise-wise? You started to ride a bike about 3 times a week. That's perfectly fine. With my nutrition program, it doesn't matter what you exercise because that's the most common question I get is that what exercise do I do? What exercise? What's the best? Whatever for my belly fat. Whatever for my armpit fat. It doesn't matter what exercise as long as you focus on from within. Like there's a whole saying like beauty is skin deep. That's a huge thing with nutrition. You feed your body the right things, the beauty starts from inside, then it goes out. Okay, we can't fix ourselves starting out from the outside. We got to work in. So that's why I'm like, whatever exercise you want to do, perfect. Okay, I got my results doing kettlebell swings, 20 minutes, 20 minutes for 3 times a week. I think hopefully that makes sense. What I just said. Okay, the last time you were happy was in in high school. That was quite a while back. And let's see. When was the last time you were happy? Oh no, moving on. What would it mean for you? It would mean a lot to be. You feel like. So I did not know that you had a baby. So congratulations on that. And if you can hear Jordan right now, he's not feeling too well. So sorry if you can hear if you're having a hard time hearing me right now. So yeah, definitely taking some good steps already, cutting back on the bad stuff, exercising. Now it's time to feel your body to really start feeling that more. Okay, and how much do you spend on a week? One of the reasons I ask this question is because um, um, we spend a certain amount of foods, but small portions every single day that just ends up building throughout the month. So we say some people spend like, I don't know, like a meal at Cheesecake Factory. That's like $20 for a meal for some people, and they do that like every day or every other week. That easily spends up to 300 whatever dollars. So it's really noticing that when I just to be upfront with you. That the program may cost from 180 to 350 bucks, as I told you. So, and reason I ask is to bring up the patterns is that sometimes like I'm sometimes the payments we do, like in terms of food, like the small amounts of build up, and the where am I getting to here? Oh, and uh and when you do pay it, it's not like it's a huge upfront offer, but it's divided through 30 days. Technically it's like for some plans it's like $5 per meal, so just divide it by that much. Okay, so why is this goal important to you? Because I want to be at the recommended weight. So I don't know what your recommended weight is for your height. So because I don't know your height, but yeah, I definitely want to help you achieve that. And max health. Yeah, of course. Right? I mean, we're all getting older. Our bodies aren't going to get any better. So, the best thing we can do now is take care of it, especially with how a lot of our like I have some friends that are my age and they don't take care of themselves and they look like they're 50. Okay, so now that part was just really getting focused on your goals. Now, I'm going to be talking about the eating lifestyle. So, what time you wake up and whatnot. Excuse me, I just had a small snack. What time do you wake up? 8:30. What time do you eat breakfast? 9:30. That's good. Generally, you want to eat breakfast within half an hour to an hour of eating. Because think of it as the reason why they call it breakfast is because you're breaking the fast from the time you sleep and the time you eat. And think of it as this: our bodies are our employees. Okay, we get paid at certain times of the month, the first and the 15th, and we pay our bodies through breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Assuming we eat 3 times a day, and if we don't, and if I'm sure you'd be pretty pissed if your boss said, "All right, Maureen, I'm going to be paying you on this day instead." Instead of the 15th, I'm going to pay you on the 15th, on the 17th or 20th instead. And I'm pretty sure you'd be obsessed because we got bills to get paid. And the same thing with our body. They was like, we need this energy so you can operate doing the things you got to do. Well, mentally we might think we're okay, but our body is smart. It kickstarts these systems automatically. So if we skip any meals in general, I'm not saying you are because I haven't seen everything yet, but if we skip meals in general, our body kickstarts survival mode. So all the food that we feed ourselves becomes fat instead of the energy we need to operate. Okay, so what do we eat for breakfast? Green smoothie, with the side of an apple bread and peanut butter if I'm in a rush. A sausage McMuffin. Okay, so I don't know what this green smoothie is. So because there's health shakes, there's McDonald's shakes. So I don't know what that is. So not too sure what to say on that. If it's a McDonald's smoothie, switch that out. Apple or bread. It sounds like this is good in terms of the antioxidants and the fiber coming from the bread and the apples. And when you're in a rush, is sausage McMuffin, which is highly processed, high in preservatives, high in chemicals. What I would suggest, I'm going to be giving you a physical, like I promised. You're going to be having your own digital guide tailored to what you shared with me here. That's why I said, like, if I don't know if I did, but try to be as exact as possible. So, yeah. So for breakfast, you want to first thing you want to do because our bodies are mainly made out of protein. Our hair, our nails, our muscles. It's what we use to grow the muscles, repair the tissue, and what you want to do is start off with at least 24 to 30 grams of protein. It may sound like a lot, but there's a protein requirement our bodies need in order for our muscles to grow. So start off the day with 24, I'm going to say 25 just to keep it even, 25 to 30 grams of protein within the hour of you waking up. because along with that, protein is going to help curb your hunger because that's what our body uses to operate. Yeah, and you can easily do that with 5 eggs. Make sure they're organic. 5 eggs or an Herbalife shake is what I normally do. What time do you eat lunch? So between noon and 2 p.m. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's a good amount of time in between of eating. So first off, what I'm seeing here is that you are eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and have some occasional snacks. So it's good. Because you're already on course to getting what you want. It's just really kickstarting it because there's a bunch of methods that work. The question is, what's the most effective? What's the least hassle? And what's gonna work now? And and that's my job, is to make it as easy as possible for everyone who comes to me. Okay, so what do you eat for lunch? It varies. Chicken and rice, fish and rice, tofu and rice. Okay, so a lot of that's good. Noodles, make sure it's whole wheat, like rice. Noodles, those are that's carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are energy, and you want to make sure you have a good source of energy. White rice, white noodles, white pasta. I was about to say white people. um, they are good for a source of, they're not good. I mean, they're refined carbs, meaning that think of it as this: you're in a relationship. This person you're in a relationship with is just up and down. Oh, I love you. Oh, I hate you. It's good. It's bad. It's dramatic. That's what white carbs do for you. Refined carbs. So that's cereal. That's white rice, white pasta, like everything I just mentioned. So you're up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's got to be. It's like it takes your body through a roller coaster of like, how am I gonna feel? Whereas if you switch to brown rice, or my favorite replacement for rice is either spinach, because you still get carbs from that, and quinoa, which is higher protein than brown rice. Whole wheat, everything. That's gonna think of it as a much more supportive. Think of your craziest idea. Oh, I'm gonna go skydiving without a parachute. It's like, okay, I love you, baby. Yada 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 yada. Okay, like no matter what, it's gonna support you. It's nice, sustained energy. Okay, so again, if everything I'm saying is really fast, I'm just trying not to take up too much of your time, and check out the guide I'm gonna be giving you. Okay, so between lunch and dinner is a huge gap. Between noon and 2 p.m. and from lunch, and then switching it to between 8 and 9:30. So that's like 9, 10. That's like 8 hours, or almost, 7 hours of a huge gap of not eating. You want to keep your meals consistent. So I would say if you're eating 3 meals a day, every 3 to 4 hours. If you're gonna do what some people do, which is 6 meals a day, 2 to 3 hours. So from here, it seems like you do 3 meals a day. So every 3 to 4 hours. Any longer than that, you're missing payday. What do you eat for dinner? Most times, some kind of meat. Not sure what kind of meat that is. Rice and a side of veggies. So whatever meat it is, make sure it's not fried, not breaded, and you want to make sure it's also. If it's chicken, the great sources of animal meats or poultry is chicken, any kind of fish, salmon, and if it's beef, make sure it's grass-fed, and rice, again, switch that out to brown rice or quinoa, and a side of veggies. I don't know how much a side is, but I would say make your plate 2/3, a third meat, a third of complex carbs. That's what the brown rice and the whole wheat pasta is, and a third of veggies. That's a nice balanced amount of food and nutrients for your body. A side of veggies, we all know veggies are hugely beneficial for us. So I'm going to send you a link for an article I wrote about the truth about calories. Half a donut versus a buttload of spinach. So 200 calories of a donut versus 200 calories of spinach. So you're gonna get to see that. Snacks: bananas, apples with celery. is peanut butter, protein bars, yogurt. Okay. So the snacks are like I'm gonna say are your strongest point, cause it's the most specific, um, and two it has like a list of foods that I can really see and work with here. So bananas, I'd say a lot of that is works here. Almonds, these are great snacks to go off of, so nothing to complain. Very early cookie, so um, what I teach my clients is, excuse me, what I teach my clients is that there's a way you can cheat that it benefits you, and you never have to beat yourself up over it, and it actually speeds up the metabolism more, to the point where it's making everything go faster. So yeah, so this is a quick wellness evaluation. I'm gonna go. I've sent you another link right after this, talking a little bit more about my Lean and Fit nutrition program, because we talked about it. So hopefully you can see how these slight modifications can up your results right off the bat. The simple thing is switching the rice, adding more veggies, and just being consistent with that, and then eating 3 to 4 hours instead of every 2, 3, then 7 hours, which is what I'm seeing right now. And yeah, again, sorry if I'm talking so really fast. Just really wanted to get this out to you. It's about a 20-minute video, but yeah, just wanted to make sure I can give you a chunk of good content. And yeah, check out the next video, and I'll see you soon.